You're watching CBC TV 8 in beautiful Barbados.
Very good afternoon. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. Some Barbadians are not adhering to the current prohibition notice and forced to get people to conserve water. This is according to corporate communications specialist with the Barbados Water Authority, Joanne Haig. The prohibition notice is in effect until the end of this month. It's the second one instituted this year as the island continues to grapple with prolonged drought conditions. Ms. Haig says we cannot afford to waste water at this time.
Start to conserve water, start to take showers, shorter showers. We've come across people still washing vehicles with a hose. We saw that up to today. And then when they can't do it that way, they're going to the standpipes and they're doing that. So it's a joint effort. It can't only be, the BWA is responsible, but water is for all. Water is a national responsibility. And every human being here can play their part. And us, all we're asking them to do, work with us, not against us. You have an opinion, you're entitled to it. But what are we going to do at the end of the day? After you have an opinion, we need to find smart solutions.
Ms. Haig says the BWA is trying its best under several difficult circumstances, including financial constraints, equipment failure, and a shortage of parts. She is pleading with the public to be patient.
At this stage, even though you're angry, it requires now smart solutions, which we are now working out. And smart solutions, which we do have, will take some time, will take some finance, and it will take a lot of energy, as I said, which we're up to the task and we are currently doing. But the public, I'm hoping, will understand that it will not be a silver bullet, overnight process. It will take some time. Water is very complex. It is not as simple as rain falling into a system and coming through the taps.
The success of the CARICOM single market and economy should be measured by more than just free movement of people. Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Sonja Welch, says the CSME has been successful in several areas. Her comments came at this morning's Private Sector and Rural Communities CSME workshop held at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre.
While tourism and hospitality to all is our mission as a premier tourist destination for a country like Barbados, the CSME is much more than the automatic entry into a member state. So, for example, access to the marketplaces of the region for legitimate economic activity through the Treaty of Chaguaramas should be as highly prized as free movement, for that involves the economic development and prosperity of the region.
Meantime, head of the Regional Cooperation and Trade section of the delegation of the EU to Barbados, Luca Pierantoni, says the EU supports CSME and says technical cooperation could be explored further.
We should perhaps move more into technical cooperation because there are a number of best practices and lessons learned that certainly can be exchanged. So we have to create the linkage between the European experience and the Caribbean experience more evident.
Chief Agricultural Officer Lennox Chandler says the ministry will be returning to the fore as a leader in research. He says the ministry continues to conduct research, and he also dismissed members of the public who are critical of the ministry's staff.
This ministry has done a lot of work. We've published extensively on tropical agriculture, and let me say we were leaders in terms of agricultural information for the entire Caribbean. And we are noted for our publications on tropical agriculture. With some of the same universities that you go to, taking our information and putting it on their own websites, and you go into their website and downloading it and bypassing the ministry website where you can get the original information. I will be the first to admit that we in the ministry would have fallen away from our core responsibility of research, development, and publication of research findings, and for various reasons which I'm not going to go into right now. But my intention is to reverse that trend.
Apart from ongoing work with varieties of Dutch tomatoes locally, he says work will also be done growing white potatoes.
This is not the first thing that we would have grown white potatoes in Barbados. We've done it before with varying success. But things have changed and there are new varieties which have come on the market, and we are going to be evaluating them with the World University of Canada through a project called Propel, which again is a value-added issue as well.
The Barbados International Business Association's National Secondary Schools Quiz Tournament has been launched at the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union. Marketing and Communications Chairperson and Director at BIBA, Tara Frater, was excited to get the project off the ground.
It's actually a national tournament which is open to all secondary schools on the island for 4th, 5th and 6th form students. The objective of the tournament is to raise awareness about the international business sector in Barbados and its value and importance to the economy, where at the same time giving students the opportunity to learn and thereby to transmit information to their peers, their friends and their families through their engagement with the material.
And Commerce Minister Donville Innes says his ministry fully supports the work of BIBA.
We really feel that we have to talk with our young people about what this sector is about, the direction in which we think it ought to go, and the opportunities that present themselves now and the foreseeable future for them. So it's not just about becoming a lawyer and accountant, but also to say, even if you go in those professions, what are the specialty, what is the specialist area that our young people can target to carve a niche for themselves in this society in that particular area.
We'll have regional and international news after this break. Stay with us.